Okay, here we're going to thread the main sheet on. The thickness of the main sheet is really up to you. I actually use two different main sheets depending on the conditions. I've got a thin one for really light winds so that it doesn't absorb much water and it doesn't drag in the water also. And this is my thicker one for stronger winds. And I wouldn't really recommend you use anything too much thicker than that, otherwise it won't run through the pulley box properly. We've also got a cleat in the middle here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it from the cleat towards the back of the boat, and you can thread it from the back towards the front. It doesn't really matter, the end result's still the same. So put it through there. Now it's quite important that you put it through this block in the right direction. Here I'm not using the ratchet, but if you did want to use the ratchet, you've got to make sure you pull it on so that when you pull the main sheet in, the ratchet's working with you, and when the sheet's let out, then the block in the middle won't turn. It's very important you get that the right way round. The reason I do it this way is because I've got knots here and I know exactly where those knots are. They're always in the same place and I never undo them. And that knot is there so that the boom won't, when it's all fully out, doesn't hit the shrouds. And I want the boom to be about that far off the shrouds so that the crew can still get the pole out from behind it once we're sailing along. Okay, and then with the other end of the main sheet, I'll just thread it through all the blocks. Here I've actually replaced the blocks on the boom from the conventional laser centre ones with hark and ball bearing blocks. And they are quite expensive, but they make it a lot easier to pull the sail in and out. Just basically follow the contours of the boom through the loop here, which is quite important. When it's light and there's not much tension, it stops it falling down and the helm getting their head hooked through the main sheet. Then you've got your block on the end of the boom, down through that, and then the traveller that we rigged earlier, just up through the traveller. Now the way you tie this on, again a number of different techniques, but what you don't want is after you've tied your knot, a spare end which has got potential to get fed back through into the pulley and causing you lots of tangle and confusion. So what I do is just tie a very simple knot in the end there, like that, and then take that knot. See, with that you've still got potential for tangle in there, which you don't really want. So you just tie that over itself there, incorporating the fitting in the middle, and there you have a knot. Now the other advantage of that is when you pull on the main sheet really tight, you can get the two blocks to go right up to each other, so you've got minimum play from side to side. And there we have the main sheet rigged up.